Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video on mastering cold outreach and automation. So last video we used LinkedIn job ads to trigger our cold email system, and today we're going to flip it. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use job listings on Indeed and then send messages on LinkedIn instead of emails. And using tools like Heyreach or Unipile, we can fully automate and hyper personalize our cold outreach. So why LinkedIn? Because this is where trust is built and deals are made, and this system puts all of that on autopilot for you. So if you want to use this for your own business, make sure to join our Skool community. And if you're new here, I'm Magdalena, I'm the co-founder of Replic, and I'm here to help you automate your entire outreach process with strategies and approaches that actually work. If you're interested in that, make sure to follow for more, and let's get started. Okay, so before diving into the flow, it's super important to understand why it works and why we would need this flow. So if a company posts a job, they're literally saying, we need help now. It means they have a problem, and right now they're spending time, money, and resources on solving this problem. And this is your signal. That's the perfect moment to pitch your recruitment services. In today's video, this is the use case, but you can also use it for any other use case. If they're looking for BDRs and sales reps, for instance, they need more pipeline. So this is the perfect time for you to pitch your lead generation or coaching services, etc. If they are looking for SEO specialists, it means they need more traffic, and this is the perfect time for you to pitch your marketing services, etc. So I hope this makes sense to you. And the problem here is that doing this manually is slow, inconsistent, and easy to forget. And what we do here is that we turn hiring signals into warm, personalized outreach, all on autopilot. So this is what this system is doing that we built inside of N8N, and here is a short breakdown. So the first step is that we're going to detect job ads. We scrap Indeed for jobs posted the last 24 hours. We filter by role type, company size, less than 100 employees, because this often means it's a shorter sales cycle and they are fast movers. This is what we want. And we want to exclude staffing agencies because we want real end clients. So we would go to Indeed, we would input the role, the location, and then we would also filter on the ads that was posted the last 24 hours. And then we're going to clean and enrich, deduplicate listings. It means that if we have a company that have several listings, we're just going to choose one of them and clean the other ones out. And then we're going to pull the company info. We're going to find 2 to 3 decision makers on LinkedIn. And then we're going to automate the LinkedIn outreach using Heyreach or Unipile. So we're going to send message sequences personalized to the job post and the profile. And anything is going to handle all of the follow-ups automatically, and this is going to run daily while you sleep. So imagine each time Indeed is refreshing with new job ads, then we're going to scrap it, we're going to clean the data for you, we're going to find the decision makers, and then using outreach tools to send messages on LinkedIn, all on autopilot. So why would you need it? Because this is modern prospecting, it's real-time signals, it's automated outreach, and it's smart personalization. So if you're still refreshing job boards or sending DMs one by one, you are leaving money on the table. So let's automation do the grunt work so you can focus on closing. So now when you understand why this is so powerful, let's jump into the flow. Okay, so here is the flow inside of N8N, and what I'm going to do now is to trigger this flow to show you how it works live. So basically what we're doing is that we're going to everyday scrap jobs from Indeed. And here we're using a scraper called the Indeed scraper of Appify. And inside of this node right here, we input searches for outbound sales reps and head of sales. So you would obviously choose the searches that would make sense for your own company. In the next step here, we're going to remove duplicates, we're going to filter out companies, and then we're going to do an extra company lookup right here using something called enrich.so. And why we do that is because enrich.so is going to give us the industry of the company so that we can filter out the staffing companies. Because what we want here is real end clients, right? And then we're going to target specific company size, so smaller companies that has shorter sales cycles and are fast movers. And in the next step, we're going to find decision makers' LinkedIn profiles by Google search and then remove duplicates. So in our case here, we are finding the CEO of the company and the head of sales of the company. And when we have this information, then we're going to push all of this data inside of Heyreach, our cold outreach tool right here. So here you can see that we now have 0 leads, but when the system is done here, it's going to automatically push the leads inside of the tool for us, and Heyreach is then going to send messages to the leads on autopilot for us. And in the same time, also in the last step here, we're going to fill out this sheet right here with all of the information of the leads so that we can follow this leads journey, and we can see here if it's sent to Heyreach or not. And this runs live, as you can see, so it means that each time it finds more relevant information, it's going to run through the whole flow for us on autopilot. So now we can see here that this file is being filled out, and we can see that we find the job URL here, we have the LinkedIn profile of the lead, their names, company names, etc. And then we can also see that it's filtered by company size here. We want the companies under 100 employees. We can see the company industry right there, and then we can see that this is also sent to Heyreach. So here on autopilot, we can now see in Heyreach that we should have leads inside of our campaign if we're refreshing here. And now you can see that these leads are inside. So now this campaign is not active, but if it would be, then Heyreach would automatically send messages to the leads for us. So we can see here inside of the campaign. Here you can build your own sequence with messages, when to wait and to send follow-ups, etc. So you build your own campaign right here inside of Heyreach. And here is an example of a message I would use for a recruiter. I noticed you posted a head of sales role on Indeed. I guess you're growing strong, exciting times at company name. So here you will obviously change your role after the one that you're searching for. Hiring the right sales leader can truly change the trajectory of a company, but I know it's not always easy to find someone who's both strategic and hands-on. Would you be open to a quick chat, first name, about how we help companies like yours attract top-tier sales executives without wasting time on the wrong fits? So what we do here is that we're using the variables in the middle of the message. So you don't want to start with hi first name because everybody else are doing that. So you want to stand out, and this is the key of doing cold outreach: stand out and do something that not everybody else are doing. In my second follow-up, I would send a personalized video or a ChatGPT screenshot or something that stands out from the norm. And for all of this deeper personalization, you can use Replic for that. And what would also be super powerful is to do an omni-channel approach where you're sending messages on LinkedIn and emails so that you touch base them on different channels. And now you can see that we are filling up with more leads right here because the flow is running. So I really hope you see the power of this flow running daily for you, finding the right decision makers on the companies for you, filtering out the data, and sending messages on LinkedIn on your behalf every day so that you can focus on the ones who actually wants to talk to you. If you see the value of automations and want a custom workflow like this built for you, make sure to email us on our email down below. Otherwise, you can just join our Skool community right here, where we are sharing all of these flows each week for you to use for your own business. I'm releasing flows like this each week in our classroom. If you want to use tech and automations to scale but you don't know how, this is the community for you that we built for salespeople, entrepreneurs, and business owners. So if you're struggling with this is your time to join, because prices increase each 10 members. So I really hope you find value in this video. If you do, please comment and like this video down below. I'd look forward to talk to you in the next video. Have a good week. Bye.